I used to think I needed to buy new clothes every season just to look current. But I was wrong. What actually changed my style overnight were small tweaks that no one told me about in my 40s. In this video, I'm showing you exactly what I did to make my outfits look more modern, more flattering, and honestly, way more me. I'll even tell you the one piece I stopped wearing completely, and the surprising thing I replaced it with. Stick around, because that tip shocked even me. Now let's start with a shift that completely changed how I dress and how my clothes actually fit, moving from overly loose clothing to tailored silhouettes. I know, comfort is key, especially after 50, and oversized pieces seem like the safe choice. But here's the thing. Too much fabric can drown your frame, hide your shape, and honestly add visual bulk. I used to throw on flowy tops thinking they would disguise certain areas, but all they really did was make me look shapeless and older than I felt. What worked for me was not going tight, but going structured. Just that little bit of shaping around the waist, or a blazer that gives a soft cinch, makes a massive difference. It pulls your whole look together. Try swapping a boxy cardigan for a softly tailored jacket or belting a tunic that would otherwise hang loose. You'll still feel comfortable, but you'll look far more modern, intentional, and confident. And honestly, I get more compliments when I wear a well-cut blouse than when I pile on layers trying to hide. Moving right along, let's talk about handbags. This is one of those style upgrades that feels subtle, but once you do it, you'll never go back. I used to carry slouchy totes and soft hobo bags because they were roomy and easy. But once I switched to a structured handbag, it instantly made my entire outfit look more pulled together. Even if you're just wearing jeans and a tee, a sleek, structured bag adds polish without trying too hard. The shape of the bag actually mirrors structure in your outfit. It creates visual lines and makes everything feel more finished. Look for top handles, clean seams, maybe even a bit of texture like croc or pebbled leather, and colors like burgundy, ivory, or camel work beautifully with any neutral wardrobe. Bonus: structured bags are less likely to sag and stretch over time, so they also age better than soft styles. It's such an easy switch, but it instantly elevates your look. Now, this one might surprise you, because yes, we all love comfort, but it's time to rethink your sneakers. Chunky athletic trainers, especially the ones with thick soles or Velcro straps, can be a visual deal breaker. They tend to weigh down the outfit and instantly skew too casual or even orthopedic. I wore them for errands, dog walks, you name it, but they were ruining even my best laid-back outfits. The fix? Sleek leather sneakers or low-profile flats that still support your feet but don't overpower your outfit. White leather sneakers, almond toe loafers, or ankle boots with clean lines are all great alternatives. You're not sacrificing comfort, you're just upgrading the silhouette. And trust me, it makes all the difference in how modern and current your whole look feels. I've added some of my favorite go-to options in the description box below. These are shoes I either own or have tried and would absolutely recommend if you're looking to make the switch. So if you want to give your outfits an instant lift without giving up on comfort, check those links out. Here's something I wish I'd figured out years earlier. Don't let your tops just drape and hope for the best. As we get older, the shape of our outfits matters more. Leaving everything untucked can make the body look heavier, shorter, or just unfinished. I used to let my blouses and sweaters hang loose, thinking I was hiding my belly, but in reality, it just looked sloppy. The moment I started front-tucking my tops or adding a slim belt over dresses and cardigans, it was like my whole frame shifted. I looked more balanced, more proportioned, and yes, taller too. This doesn't mean you have to cinch yourself in tight. Even a soft front tuck adds enough shape to give you a waist, especially when paired with mid or high-rise pants. And if you're wearing a long sweater or dress, a narrow belt placed just above your natural waist can bring back that hourglass feel in a way that feels effortless. If you've ever looked in the mirror and felt like your outfit was missing something, try tucking or belting. You'll be surprised how quickly it transforms your look. Next up, let's talk about a color we've all leaned on: black. I know black feels safe. It's slimming, it's everywhere, and we're told it's timeless. But here's the catch: faded black? It does us no favors. Over time, black fabrics lose depth, and when that happens, they start to make the skin look dull or washed out. I didn't notice it at first, until one day I swapped out a tired black cardigan for a deep navy knit and instantly looked more alive. Richer neutrals like espresso brown, charcoal gray, olive, camel, and even navy do wonders for mature skin. They reflect warmth and dimension, especially around the face. And because they're still neutral, you're not straying too far from what feels comfortable. I'm not saying give up black entirely, just be mindful of when it starts to fade or flatten. When you start swapping in these deeper tones, you'll notice how much fresher and more intentional your outfits start to look. Now let's zoom in a little, because accessories deserve their own spotlight. For the longest time, I stuck to the same tiny studs and delicate chains because I thought that was safe. But once I hit my 40s and 50s, those dainty pieces started to get lost. I needed more presence, more personality. That's when I started adding slightly bolder earrings, layered necklaces, or one sculptural bracelet. And wow, it changed everything. Suddenly, even my plain outfits had polish. I could throw on a black sweater and jeans, add a chunky gold hoop, and look like I tried, even if I didn't. The trick is finding the right balance. You don't need to wear oversized costume jewelry, just go for pieces that show up. Think: a single bold ring, a slightly thicker chain, or textured hoops. It adds style, yes, but also energy. And it's a fun way to experiment without committing to a whole new outfit. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Do you still wear the same jewelry you've had for years? Or have you started to explore new styles lately? Let me know in the comments. I always get great ideas from you all, and I love hearing what pieces you're into right now. Let's talk about proportions, because the right length can make or break your outfit. I used to buy clothes based on color or fabric without giving much thought to where things actually fell on my body. But once I started paying attention to lengths, hemlines, sleeves, pant cuffs, it was a total game changer. For example, cropped pants that hit at the widest part of the calf? They can make legs look shorter. Or maxi skirts that puddle too much at the bottom? They can swallow your entire silhouette. The fix is finding lengths that balance your frame. For most women over 50, ankle-length pants tend to elongate the leg. Sleeves that hit at the wrist or just below the elbow are super flattering. And for skirts, just above or below the knee usually works beautifully. You don't need to follow someone else's rules, just study your own reflection and play with length in front of the mirror. Sometimes a small hem adjustment is all it takes to go from not quite right to absolutely yes. Now, this next tip is one I reach for almost daily. Just add one elevated layer. It could be a long-line cardigan, a lightweight trench, or even a structured blazer. Adding that third piece gives your outfit depth, intention, and a sense of completeness. When I throw on a pair of jeans and a tee, it's fine. But the moment I add a belted jacket or a sharp blazer, the whole outfit shifts. It's no longer casual errand run. It's, I have my life together, even if I'm just grabbing groceries. The key here is quality and fit. Look for pieces with clean lines and fabric that holds its shape. No pilling, sagging, or stretched out knits. Even something like a collarless coat or a cropped jacket can totally transform your look. When in doubt, just throw on one extra layer. I promise it's the fastest way to look like you planned your outfit, even if you totally didn't. Now, I know we've covered a lot already, but if you've been nodding along thinking, this is helpful, just wait. The next tip is the one that totally caught me off guard. I didn't think it mattered much, until I changed it. And once I did, people started commenting left and right that I looked refreshed and more stylish. But they couldn't quite put their finger on why. Let me show you what it was. Yep, it was my glasses. I had worn the same thin wire frames for years because they were practical, lightweight, and honestly, I didn't put much thought into them. But one day I tried on a pair of bold, structured tortoiseshell frames, and it changed everything. Suddenly, my face had more presence. My outfits looked more finished. It was like my eyewear finally matched my personality and my age in the best possible way. Here's the thing. Your glasses are front and center. You wear them every day. They're basically your most worn accessory. And yet, most of us treat them like an afterthought. If your frames are outdated or too subtle, they can age your look more than any outfit ever could. But the right frames? They can lift your whole face and make even the simplest outfit feel stylish. So yes, that's the tip that shocked even me. Changing my glasses gave my wardrobe a boost I never expected. If this video gave you even one idea you're excited to try, then trust me, you are definitely going to love what's coming next. I just filmed a video all about the top 10 must-try fall fashion trends in 2025, and it's filled with looks that are not only wearable, but actually flattering for women over 50. Think rich textures, elegant layers, and the one trend I swore I'd never wear again. But somehow, it won me over. So if you're ready for even more inspiration, I'll see you there.